Welcome to the Lost Unicorn series. Join us on an unforgettable journey with Luna, a young and brave unicorn, as she faces enchanted forests, mysterious places, and makes new friends along the way. If you love magical stories filled with adventure, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss any chapters of Luna's magical quest. In the heart of a sprawling enchanted forest, where trees grew taller than castles and magic sparkled in the air, lived a young unicorn named Luna. Her coat was as white as snow, and her mane shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow. Luna was known as the fastest unicorn in all of Elderglen, the magical land filled with creatures that many humans believed existed only in stories. One morning, Luna set off along an emerald green forest path, enjoying the sun on her back and the soft breeze in her mane. She loved exploring alone, but she always found her way back to the Meadow of Mystics, where the other unicorns lived. However, today felt different. The trees seemed taller and the paths unfamiliar. Luna hadn't seen another unicorn in hours, and the further she wandered, the more everything began to look the same. Luna's heart began to pound as she realized she might be lost. She turned to retrace her steps, but the forest paths twisted in unfamiliar ways. The once familiar woods now felt like a maze. Determined to find her way home, Luna pushed forward. Elderglen was filled with beauty and wonder, but was also known for its tricky paths and ever-changing landscapes. Luna wandered deeper, unknowingly entering the Whispering Woods, a place even the bravest unicorns avoided. The ancient trees here were gnarled and twisted, casting long shadows across the forest floor. Suddenly, Luna heard faint whispers. "Lost, lost, little unicorn," a tree murmured softly. "You'll never find your way," another voice whispered. Luna's heart raced, but she shook her head, refusing to be frightened. "I'll find my way home," she said aloud, her voice trembling slightly. Just as she felt the whispers growing louder, a soft, golden light appeared in the distance, shining like a beacon of hope. With renewed courage, Luna trotted toward the light, hoping it would lead her out of the eerie woods. As Luna stepped into a clearing, she found herself bathed in warm, golden light. Hovering at the center was a tiny fairy holding a glowing golden lantern. The fairy's silver wings sparkled and her eyes twinkled with kindness. "Hello there, little unicorn," the fairy said with a warm smile. "I'm Faye. Are you lost?" "I am," Luna replied, her voice barely a whisper. "I wandered too far from home, and now I can't find my way back to the Meadow of Mystics." Faye fluttered closer, her lantern casting a gentle glow over Luna's face. "I can guide you, but the journey won't be easy. This forest has a mind of its own, and it doesn't like letting lost travelers go." Luna's heart sank, but she nodded. "I'm ready. I just want to go home." "Then follow me," Faye said, leading the way with her lantern held high. After a while, Faye led Luna to a shimmering river that mirrored the sky like a sheet of glass. As Luna gazed into the water, she saw her reflection clearly, but something about it felt strange. "This is the River of Reflections," Faye explained. "It shows not only what you look like, but also what you fear." As Luna continued to watch, her reflection began to change. Her colorful mane faded to a dull gray, and her coat lost its bright shimmer, reflecting her loneliness and worry. Luna gasped and looked away. "Don't be afraid," Faye said gently. "The river only reveals your fears. They aren't true unless you believe in them." With Faye's reassurance, Luna took a deep breath and continued along the riverbank, careful to avoid looking at her reflection. Their journey took them to an old, rickety bridge stretching over a deep canyon. The wind whipped through the canyon, creating strange echoes that sounded like voices. "This is the Bridge of Echoes," Faye said. "The voices here are illusions. You must cross without letting them scare you." Luna hesitated, looking at the fragile bridge. As she stepped onto it, whispers drifted around her. "You're too small to make it across," one voice hissed. "You'll fall," another voice taunted. Luna's legs trembled, but she kept her eyes forward, focusing on the sound of Faye's wings. Step by step, she made it across, ignoring the voices that tried to frighten her. Finally, she reached the other side. "You were brave, Luna," Faye said proudly. Their journey led them to a towering mountain, its peak hidden in mist. Shadows seemed to move and dance along the rocky path up the mountain. "This is the Mountain of Shadows," Faye explained. "It's the quickest way home, but the shadows may try to play tricks on you." Luna gulped but nodded. With Faye by her side, she began the climb. The shadows thickened as they ascended, swirling around her in dark fog. Occasionally, a shadow darted across her path, making her jump. "Stay focused, Luna," Faye reminded her. "The shadows can't harm you unless you believe they can." Luna kept her eyes on the trail and pushed forward, ignoring the shifting shadows until finally they reached the top of the mountain. She gazed down and spotted the distant Meadow of Mystics. As they descended the mountain, Luna and Faye found themselves in a valley scattered with forgotten items, broken toys, tattered books, and other odd trinkets. "This is the Valley of Lost Things," Faye explained. "It's where all lost things end up, but sometimes it's hard to leave." Luna wandered through the valley, marveling at the strange items strewn about, but the deeper they went, the more they realized they were moving in circles. No matter which way they turned, they ended up back at the same place. "We're stuck," Luna said, her heart sinking. "Not for long," Faye replied with a grin. She reached into her pocket and pulled out a small, shimmering stone. "This navigation stone will guide us out." The stone's glow led them to a path that wound through the valley, finally guiding them back toward the forest. As they neared the Meadow of Mystics, dark, swirling clouds gathered above them, crackling with magic. "We need to hurry," Faye said, worry evident in her voice. "The storm of silver clouds can make you forget who you are and where you're going." Luna's heart raced as the storm drew closer. The wind howled, and the air crackled with electricity. Luna galloped as fast as she could, with Faye flying beside her, guiding her through the chaos. They stayed just ahead of the storm, racing toward the safety of the meadow. At last, Luna and Faye reached the edge of the Meadow of Mystics. The other unicorns were there, their coats shimmering under the sunlight. Luna's heart leaped with joy as she raced into the meadow, greeted by her friends and family. "You made it!" her mother cried, nuzzling her lovingly. "I couldn't have done it without Faye," Luna said, smiling at her fairy friend. "You were brave, Luna," Faye replied. "You found your way home because you never gave up." From that day on, Luna no longer feared exploring the forest. She had faced her fears, conquered the eerie paths of the Whispering Woods, and learned that the most unexpected places held incredible wonders if you were brave enough to explore them. And as for Faye, she became Luna's constant companion. The two friends went on many more adventures, discovering new lands and meeting magical creatures far beyond the edges of the Meadow of Mystics. Luna was no longer the lost unicorn. She was the brave unicorn, ready for whatever adventure came next. Thank you for joining Luna and Faye on their magical journey home. If you enjoyed this adventure, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you'll never miss an episode of The Lost Unicorn and other exciting stories. We hope you're ready for even more magical adventures ahead.